All right.
Time for part 2.
Hold on, I don't want anybody asking where my biceps went. My huge, voluptuous, juicy, succulent, moist biceps. Is that what you wanted to hear?
Well, last time we talked about the unwritten rules for black people.
The unwritten rules for black people.
People of color.
People of color, not including white or whatever color Mexicans are. Now for your favorite part of the show where we squeal like pigs.
All right, we're on question 11.
11 of how many?
21.
21. You heard it here first, folks. 21 questions. Is it brown?
No. Something I know I have to be careful of in public as a person mixed with white and black is remembering which parent I'm with and how to act.
What?
This is called code switching. I have to make sure I act okay so I'm not labeled as ghetto with my mom or whitewashed with my dad. Yeah, because people do that all the time.
People like you, ghettoed, whitewashed. You sorry creature. I've never heard of this. I've never felt like, I mean, I'm not mixed or anything, but I never think I gotta live up to I gotta not be as white as possible.
Yeah.
I have
or
to,
too black.
I don't want people to think
you don't want to be too black
I don't
or
want
too
people
white.
to think I'm whitewashed.
Or for this person, they don't want to be too ghetto or whitewashed.
Basically, they're the racist.
Yeah. I don't want to be too black, but I don't want to be too white either.
I don't want to be black when I'm with my black dad.
Black mom.
Black mom. I got mixed up.
Whitewashed with my dad. Okay, number 12. No matter how cold or windy it is, my hood stays off, and my earbuds/headphones stay off my ears.
What?
That's all it says.
Wait, what? No matter how cold or windy it is, my hood stays off and my earbuds/headphones stay off my... Alright, skip next. This one doesn't make any sense.
As a black man who loves hip-hop, I often have to censor the music that I listen to so that I won't be judged as a thug.
Probably because it all has the N-word in it.
Yeah, probably.
For some reason I can't listen to my white rappers dropping N-bomb music around children. I don't... What do you mean you have to censor the music you listen to? Like you edit it and bleep it? What's this person's
definition of thug?
What do they mean censor?
Yeah.
Like I can't tell people what I listen to.
Do you play the Kids Bop version instead?
Yeah, is that what you do?
Number 14. As a black man, if there is a white woman in line, you stand back far enough so that you cannot touch her by mistake or be accused of touching her.
I feel like that's just a good situation for all men to be in. In general, men, you don't want to,
Yeah.
like, I don't think you want to be so close that you keep accidentally touching her.
Yeah.
I don't think that's just for black people.
Yeah, that's like a rule that applies to everyone and women as well.
I don't think anybody should be standing that close. Like,
I mean, especially.
Oh, what are you, racist?
I
don't understand this. Frankly, whoever thought of this rule, they failed. F minus. You failed.
Well, I mean,
you failed.
It's a good rule, but everyone already follows it to the point where it shouldn't be a rule.
Yeah, it's not a secret black person rule.
Yeah, no, that's a rule for everyone. Don't go so close to people that you're like basically about to touch them.
That you're basically snuggling with them.
Like in
or
line.
Cuddling if you prefer.
Like, okay, come on, listen. People don't huddle in lines close enough to accidentally touch.
Yeah. Well, aren't we in the age of COVID too? Aren't you supposed to be 6 feet apart anyway?
Number 15. Knowing that I'll be followed when shopping in high-end stores.
Wasn't this whole following in the high-end stores?
I have product.
Like, okay, here's the thing. If you walk in a store with like your baggy, like with your baggy clothes or whatever, with your tattoos up to your eyeballs and stuff, with your obvious gun in your pocket, yeah, they're gonna be following you. But if you're just like a normal person going into the store, I don't think it matters what race you are.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just completely unaware of this. Maybe this is like a secret rule that only black people know they get followed in stores. White people know they're following them, but they don't think the black people notice.
Well, this is the fix.
Like this person keeps coming up to me and asking me if they can help me. They're following me. It's because of my skin color.
They invariably ask me if I need assistance.
What?
Replying.
Is that what they actually said?
Yeah, that's what they actually
So
said.
these are actual retards. They're literally going to the store, like looking around, like, where did they put the? Excuse me, sir. Can I help you? Ah!
Yeah.
Why are you following me? Get out of my head! Get out of my head!
Well, they
Or
have
something like
they
that.
have product-related questions prepared.
What?
Like replying with "No, thank you. I'm just browsing" makes their suspicion jump, and suddenly I have an unofficial entourage, which I'm.
So let me get this straight. They offer to help you find something. You say you don't need help, and then you use your psychic powers to read their mind and realize that they're being put on edge by you saying that. What?
Well, and then he says, "I'm a college-educated black man about to turn 40, but I
So
still
he
have
gets
to
the
play
medical
these sort of
assistance?
silly games. It can be very exhausting." I'm
What?
sure it can be.
What is it? Wait. Knowing that I will be followed when shopping in high-end stores. This sounds like the treatment that everybody gets in stores. Where's there not a store where you're going to be asked if you need assistance?
Sir, do you need assistance?
Am I misunderstanding something here? And then where's the rule? I guess always have...
A question about products ready.
This is frustrating.
Okay, next, 16. As a black woman who works a swing shift and gets off work at 11 p.m., I will not take off my badge until I get inside my garage. I need to have a layer of protection to prove I'm not up to no good in case I get pulled over.
That's another one where I don't know if it matters if you're black. Like, here's the thing, if if an officer pulls you over, they don't know if you're black until they've walked up to your car.
Especially at night. We're talking 11 p.m.
Yeah, you're telling me in the dark they have their little like night vision goggles on, they're watching you drive by, or they're behind you when you're driving or something, and they're like, that person's definitely black.
See, this person also says, in case I get pulled over. At least the guy before this suggested that he's had this experience, even though I think he's just being dumb.
And here's another thing, why are these black people so certain they're going to get pulled over?
Yeah.
What are you doing? I'm going to get pulled over because I'm black. I don't think usually they would know if you're black or not until they pull... Because a lot of cars also like... This is just nonsense.
Yeah.
Why are we even reading this?
Well, I don't know.
This is Buzzfeed.
Yeah.
They don't deserve our attention.
Number 17. When meeting with executives or high-ranking officials where appropriate attire would be business casual for others, I wear full business attire. I've found that when I dress more formally, I receive more eye contact, head nodding, and enthusiasm during conversations. This happens consistently.
What does this have to do with race?
I don't know yet. Hang on.
All right, next. This has nothing to do with race. It's just somebody flexing. Person's like, I have a really expensive suit that I love to wear to business
My
meetings, so I
suit
get
somehow
nods.
overrides their initial perception of who I am and what I'm there to do.
This is more
I
mind
want the
reading.
win, but it's tiring to have to go above and beyond constantly just to be taken seriously.
How come like most of the stuff involves trying to read people's minds? Where they're like, originally they think I'm some sort of scumbag, but once they see my suit, they think something different. They're mind reading. They're looking at them and being like, let me think. I got the message. You hate me because I'm black. Something like that.
You could
I'm
be,
actually,
like-
I identify as half black.
Yeah.
Half black, half Italian.
Number 18. I work in the hospital. Anytime I get a patient out of bed and they ask me to move their purse, I make sure it remains in their sight as I move it. I also hope that it's a room with a camera, just in case any discrepancy comes up. They think that the patient thinks
Can
they're
you
gonna
move
steal
my
it.
purse? What?
This must have been like a one-time thing that happened.
I'm just saying, I saw the video. Old lady reaches for the shelf. Black lady just takes the purse.
She
It's
says
definitely her race.
She makes it
no, listen,
sound
Kim,
like-
I changed my mind. I'm going to be racist. It's because you're black.
Warning, this guy is about to get actually racist. If you are scared of racism, look away now.
Okay.
It's because you're black. When they trust you to move their purse and you do it right where they can see you, the reason why you're getting the cops called on you is because you're black. Because you deserve it. Because you totally stole from that old lady's purse. This is a confession of the crime. Going 10 miles under the speed limit, getting pulled over because they deserve it. Because listen, Caleb, if your skin's below a certain shade, you deserve every bit of hell they give you. You know why?
Why?
Because as a self-proclaimed racist white man, they deserve it. Because they probably are committing a crime. Don't reach for your glove compartment. I know you have a machete with a gun taped to it that you can stab and shoot me at the same time with. You know how I know that?
Oh.
Because you're black. And black people are always pulling that stuff. But I have a quick draw eye. I can catch them with the best. If you see me following you through Walmart, it's because the trap has been set and you will be captured. You know I'm gonna catch you. I'm gonna follow you through Walmart all day. I'm gonna say, "Can I help you?" You say, "Yeah. Can you help me find the bicycle handles?" You know what I'm gonna say?
What?
I say, "Too late. I already called the cops on your black donkey." I don't know if any of that's usable.
Oh, we'll see. Number 19. Don't wear any jewelry / sunglasses of the brand where you are shopping in store. As a black woman, I've had an employee rip Gucci shades off of my head. They were mine. And tell me not to stretch the merchandise. Okay, that just sounds like a funny misunderstanding to me.
Yeah, I don't.
If
I
you're
think
wearing,
even if you were white, that would happen. If you're like looking at Gucci stuff, you're wearing Gucci stuff on your face, and you start walking out of the store, and they're like, "Huh." I mean, ripping it off your face is going a bit far.
that just sounds like,
That sounds like a slightly crazy person, not really a racist.
and you just happen to coincidentally be black.
Yeah.
Because according to this is another anonymous
If you're even black,
person.
who knows? This could be a white person who just wanted to get in on the action. Hey, I got a couple of tips.
Yeah.
Hey, fellas, let me get in on this. I got a couple of tips for black people, too. That's my white person voice.
Okay, number 20. Never let your kids play with toy guns.
Come on. Like, you can't pull out like a Nerf gun? Don't let Tommy pull out a huge, big yellow Nerf gun. Police will think it's real.
Okay, I guess like BB and airsoft guns.
It's probably because they're troublemakers because they don't have a dad because he walked out before he was born.
Depending on where you live, of course, obviously, but like the big colorful Nerf guns.
That seems a little bit like missing context. Like that's the other thing. They do They do this subtle, you know what I'm talking about, even though this is supposed to be secret rules that we don't know about.
There was a story where a cop shot a kid because the kid pointed a fake gun at him.
Yeah.
So I get it. That no matter who you are, you shouldn't point something that looks like a real gun to a cop.
Yeah.
Or close to it, you know.
Uh-huh.
Because they could be on edge if they're called to his place, whatever.
But that's like there's no context in that message.
Yeah.
Don't let your kid play with toy guns. Like, what are we talking? Are we talking literally like a big blue like obviously fake squirt gun?
Yeah.
Or are we talking like, yes, this is a photorealistic gun that actually shoots cotton balls?
And again,
it's like, yeah, I don't think anybody should give
really
their kids
depends
a gun
on
that looks
where you're playing.
Yeah, like, okay, where are we? Are we in Chicago? Or are we just like a small, just normal town where everybody already knows who you are?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, and
this is just. Can I say something real quick, guys?
What the last one?
Listen. Thanks for.
Okay, and finally, number 21.
Number 21.
This better be the best one.
20, 2, 0, 0, 1.
Let's end this on a highlight.
On a highlight. A highlight? Do you mean possibly a high note?
High note, yeah.
Okay, so listen, like
highlight the high note.
It's about time I discuss this with you, Caleb. It's called a high note. A highlight would be one of our great achievements that we've committed today.
Well, we got through
A
this.
high note would be like, okay, so when you look at the, like in music, there's different notes. There's like a B, there's A sharp. So if we're talking about a high note, like if you look at a piano and you go all the way to the right, those would all be very high notes. But what you have here is definitely a pinnacle point. Not, not, not.
Okay, let's read this. And finally, I find myself begging
I find myself begging the Klansmen to get out of my house, but they don't leave because they're white racist and they're out to get me. They're out to get me. That's your last tip of the day.
This one's actually the best.
Is it?
It might be. I find myself begging to get adequate medical care for the autoimmune disease and pain I deal with. Pain in black folks is viewed much differently than in white people. It blows my mind how a lot of people don't realize that black people get the short end of the stick in healthcare.
Do you have any context?
Nope.
Or he's going to say, I'm suffering and they aren't treating me as nice as the white people. How do you
know what the white people are getting in that same place with the same thing?
All I know is that the white people get beaten by black people in hospitals. Black people walk right in. They don't get followed like in Walmart.
Yeah.
They walk right up to those to the crippled white people and they beat the snot out of them, frankly. So I mean, if you mean like you're not getting that,
You just may be right. But I'll tell you what. You just come in tomorrow and we'll have a whole lot of new things to experience. Like, maybe we can just fly away into the sunset. Or maybe we could...
but my point is, everything's left for you to your imagination. Well, I guess this was probably also left to their imagination. I don't like the way they leave it always open. Like,
You know what I mean. Come on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
Then it ends.
Don't act like you don't know. When I say racism, you say white people. You know what I mean.
And then it just says, Black folks, are there any other unwritten rules you follow every day? Share your experience in the comments below.
get ready for the Morgan diss track.
Hey, sloths, more like moss.
Let's just read a couple of the comments.
Sure, I
There's
love
only
reading
3.
comments.
Thank you so much for sharing all these things. As a white person, it is so important that I hear and get to recognize this stuff, that this stuff even exists. Until I heard black voices explicitly explain all this, it never occurred to me that these situations even existed. Keep talking, keep listening.
Yeah, I don't. I didn't leave that comment. I'd like to start by saying that.
This is a person who talks about a Target, the store, with the employees like kind of stalking a black man in his early 40s. We'll look into this later on in our lives. We'll keep an eye out
Maybe
for
next
this.
time I go to a Walmart or a Target, I'll follow one around and see if it's real.
And I appreciate the candor of this article. So many of us live with so much privilege. Reality checks like this are honestly difficult to read, but so helpful. I'll be honest, I had difficulty reading this, but I don't think for the same reason.
Like, can you say the helpful part?
But so helpful. Reality. Most of these are anonymous.
That's totally
Maybe I think
it
it was
totally
like,
isn't just BuzzFeed employees leaving comments.
it did say some of them were edited for clarity. By the way,
Edited for clarity by what, the Ministry of Truth? Coming this summer, Racist Patrol, a movie about 2 white guys trying to bring racial justice to a black neighborhood. Time to stop this video. Should we end it on a song?
Well, we only got 35 seconds.
Let's just do a little bit of talk.
Okay.
So, I personally thought this article was very helpful and really great for the people of the indigenous states of America. Frankly, I don't think we're the United States. I think we're the We're the racist states of America, and it's time to bring it to an end. Right here, right now. Hang listening, Derek out.